Hi guys, Retard Prime here, back with another custom review. Today we're looking at the Transformers Halo crossover Escharum. Now, you know, we're still on the Halo Infinite hype, right? I'm not too late. I'm too late, aren't I? But anyways, before we look at him, let's take a quick look at the paints. So right off the bat, I did use a little bit of primer for one thing. You will see soon, and some mica red. Cyan. But for the most part, this was hand painted. Some red logos, chrome silver, gunmetal, light gray, and flat black. So as you can see, this is a repaint of Kingdom Optimus Primal with like a modification. Just one. And so, you know, like, I feel like every single time I said that, oh yeah, I don't really have that many customs doing Kingdom, I'd have some other idea. Which this happened before Slammer. Before the Slammer one, for the record. I just figured the Slammer one would be nice to review first. Even though, you know, I probably should have done this one, but I'm too late anyways. Like, Infinite came out months ago. You don't care anymore. But here he is. And, like, I really like how this turned out. Because I really felt like I should do like a companion piece to the Master Chief, and unlike the Master Chief, this was actually like an idea I just had one day. It isn't like because the Master Chief, I remember mentioning in the video, it was a friend of mine had the idea to do, and I was just like, hey, you know, can I have the parts to do it too, please? and they just let me. And I even asked them if I could review it, and they said I could. So. But this is fully, like, I thought of this, and I was like, this would be pretty cool, because I was playing Infinite, and I love it. It's so much fun with it. And we're here now. But anyways, look at him. There's a lot of details that are, like, kind of small details here and there that are just kind of hard to see. But, of course, we got gunmetal feet and some silver pistons. And then here, I actually took the paint off these, like all the white paints I just removed. And then I painted this gunmetal with some little bits of some bits of silver and some red, and this crotch that has a lot of paint. Like I painted a gunmetal, and then these sides are the black with some silver dots in them, some silver down here, and some red. There's just a lot of detail. And then the arms, there is some. I like to keep the shoulder pads down, so he has a little bit of a difference from Primal, but I'll put them up to show this. There's like gunmetal and then red, and I like kind of dry brush them a little bit with the gunmetal to make them look a bit messier. Which I didn't think about doing a few other things here and there with this, but I just decided not to. Like at first I wanted to spray like red on like the fur bits, like in the middles of them maybe, or like something like that, just kind of give like a bit of a fade. I decided not to because the more uniform black to me just looks nicer. Though I realized after I finished this looking at the model that he has way more red. Because I use it as more of an accent color, but he has like so much more red on him. But I just never went back because I do like this. It's an adaptation, you know. They aren't always perfect. Then the chest here, of course, I painted all the red, the gunmetal, and the silver. Let's give it a little bit of a different look. And these cannons, gunmetal, to kind of reference, you know, you have the chest piece that had like the bits coming out of it on the sides. This is sort of like a loose interpretation of that. And then, of course, the major difference here, the head, which, as you can see, is the Optimus Primal head, but with the ears and, like, this shaved down, so it's more smooth and looks helmet-like. Then I took a little bit of, like, an old card, like an old credit card, and, like, cut these shapes and glued them on. And this actually does work with the it works with the transformation. He can still fully transform. It's just, I didn't do anything to the alt mode, so we're not doing that. But he can do it. Like, I actually thought about, too, putting bits up here, but I couldn't quite get them to work, unfortunately. Yeah, I painted the face the light gray, the eyes, of course, the different colors. Did some black here for, like, the beard he has. Just kind of made it look nice. It isn't 100% accurate, but I think it looks nice. I'm getting it back there. And, of course, we do. You know, he's a brute, and you had the whole boss fight, which I thought was pretty fun. It was bullet spongy, but I mean, it was a proper boss. And I made his gravity hammer, kind of, sort of. Alright, so I actually cut the shape of this to be more like it. It's a little dusty, actually. Of course, this is the, like, Siege Prime axe. And then this is the, like, Siege Soundwave bit, which... Carefully removing this. I had to actually attach this peg to it. Which, if I do it too rough, this peg will just fall off, so I have to do this very gently. I even, like, opened up this hole more so it doesn't... I don't even know if this is 5mm anymore or not. But yeah, like, I painted this whole thing gunmetal and then dry brushed some silver on there. And then this is what I used the mica red for, because he has, like, this pulsating red gravity hammer. That's more like a gravity axe. So I made it look like that, and even tried to get, like, the blade shape to kind of look like it best I could. And then this, actually, I just kind of dipped some panel lining paint. That's why, like, all the lines are sticking out on this. Yeah, they just kind of very carefully come together. And he can wield it. Get it in his hand. And, you know, if you angle it right, he can just two-hand it. Because this figure is awesome and has the articulation for it. Yeah, pretty sick. And, of course, for a comparison, since it is the only one that matters with this, here he is with the Master Chief Custom, and he's dual-wielding the Spartan lasers that came with Huffer and the black repaint that came in that 2-pack. I can't remember his name right now. Sorry, guys. You know, it was the Golden Disc 2-pack. It had Puffer in it. And then the other one, like Road Rocket? No, not Road Rocket, something. You guys know. We all know. But I do think they look quite nice together. A little bit of extra height that he has makes sense for being a brute. The amount of times in that game where I'd just be like, where I'd be fighting brutes, and one of them would just punch me, and I'd just go soaring in the sky for a few seconds, and be like, oh, okay, I gotta wait a minute. But yeah, I do think these two look really nice together. I don't know if I'm going to be doing more Halo crossover customs. I have 1 or 2 ideas here and there, but I'm just not sure if I'll end up doing them. Because I'm honestly quite satisfied with just having these two. Like, I know the logical thing is you should probably do an Arbiter, and I might at some point. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where we get. But I am really satisfied with how Escharum turned out and how he turned out, even though he is fairly... I mean, both of these were mostly simple, aside from just the head modifications here. I mean, technically not, because I had to, like, disassemble all this and take paint off. But yeah, overall, again, this was just a fun custom to do. It's very different, very very wacky, honestly. Just because I usually do, you know, like Shattered Glass customs or whatever, and just, like, it's fun doing something different once in a blue moon. And, you know, what's more different than, like, a weird Halo crossover custom? I don't know. I don't know what is. But, yeah. Anyways, that is pretty much all I have to say. So, be sure to check out my channel for more video and custom reviews, and please don't forget to subscribe. You can also come check out my Facebook and Tumblr pages, links in the description below. You can also come join the Infinite Sun Discord server, also linked in the description below. And this is the 14th Prime, signing out.